All right.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm rubberduckyassassin 3, and I'm going to be playing Brawl for you guys, and not just Brawl, Subspace Emissary. The run, different difficulties are different categories, and we're going to be doing easy. It's the fastest difficulty. And timing starts when I select the difficulty. So if you guys are ready. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Kirby!
Alright, so what I just did was actually skip a cutscene. All the cutscenes in this game are skippable, and the reason I picked Kirby is because, one, he loads a little bit faster. Different characters load differently. Kirby just loads a little bit faster than Mario, and also Kirby does a little bit better in that fight, because all I have to do is just inhale and then SD. And I just skipped a bunch of cutscenes, and the reason I picked Kirby for this fight is because since I was already Kirby in that last fight, the game already knows that I was once him, so it just loads him a little bit quicker than if I picked Mario or anybody else. He's also different characters are better at killing these guys than each other. So like Zelda or Peach are less most of their moves don't really kill these guys in one hit. Kirby and Mario kill them in one hit with most of their smash attacks. And then it just boils down to which one loaded faster. And then part of this run is also kind of adapting to how the AI works. A lot of it is pretty manipulatable, and there's ways to just kind of make it easier, but I'm always having to make sure a bomb doesn't spawn or something like that. Or if a good item spawns, I get that good item. And right there I have to beat Kirby because Mario gets taken away, and since that's actually where the donation incentive was for, so Zelda won that.
By it was a pretty big differential.
Pretty large margin there.
Yeah, so that affects the run, not majorly, but it does affect the run. So saving Zelda there means that Kirby and whoever I saved, so that was Zelda, escape that bomb. And Mario gets hit up into the sky, and then Pit is now here to save the day. And I have to hit that box for some reason. I think they're just trying to show that there's boxes in the game.
They sure do exist.
They do. That's actually a really good item to get. Mega Mushrooms, I would say, are debatably one of the best items to get in Subspace just because it helps with running speed and it also helps with fighting. So especially right at the end of that fight, I was able to just kind of pick it up and go.
So is his run faster than his glide?
His run is faster than his glide in that instance because I was giant. If I didn't get the giant mushroom, I would have glided instead. And we're actually going to show a new strat. Quiet for a second. Okay. So what I'm doing is just gliding over the entire stage. The movement wouldn't be that much slower, but there is a fight right here. I'm not going fast enough, so I'm going to get back up. There's a fight right in front of me, and I missed it, which is fine. Me and a few other newer runners have been looking into skipping fights because most fights have a trigger to it. There aren't, not all the fights have to be done. This is one of them. And the trigger is a little higher up into the sky, and there's always a trigger on the left and right. And right there, I was trying to jump over it, but I didn't have enough speed. So right here, I'm going to use Zelda, and the reason I'm going to use Zelda is because Zelda and Sheik are the same character in this game, and Sheik has pretty good running speed. And an interesting thing about what Subspace does to the characters in general is that it actually normalizes everyone's running speed, falling speed, and jumping height to make it, I guess, a little bit more fair. So Captain Falcon and Sonic are like two of the fastest characters, but in Subspace, they're still faster, but they are slowed down a lot to make it, I guess, more even amongst all the characters.
Peach's second jump in Subspace is goes so much higher than in like the rest of the game.
Her second jump?
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's like super, super slow. Her running speed is like not existent almost. So in a speed run where we have to run, I like to have a character that can run, if that makes sense. So this is just basic movement. And I guess going into the story, like the actual storyline of Subspace. So what all is going on right now is back at the Subspace, like or the mid-air arena, Mario and Kirby were kind of just, doing what Smash Bros do and just fight. And then these things called like dark matter basically come down and take over the stadium, and then we have to fight all those evil dudes. And then one of them put a bomb right in PD. So when we killed PD, PD exploded and then started to kind of just take in that entire area in the Subspace. And Subspace is like a dark, like nether realm kind of thing, which we'll learn more about later on in the run. Also, I'm going to donate $10 anytime I miss a power shield that's like necessary to speedrun. I haven't missed one yet though. And with that boulder, the reason I didn't like just wait for it to land or anything is because when you come in contact with any boulder, it doesn't hit you anymore after that one contact, even if it doesn't do damage to you. So I just power shield it. And right now, I am Diddy Kong just faster, but literally the only reason, like what the conflict is with these two right now is that people stole their bananas and they're mad about it. So
I love you just kind of walk through those Goombas right there.
yeah.
Nothing happens.
So that's another interesting thing about Subspace is that most of the enemies don't really have a hitbox that slows me down. There are some, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But it's more so the bigger, I guess, enemies. They have a hitbox, but they don't even have a hitbox in their entirety. So like, I'll jump over like the front of them, but I'll still be able to like go through them or something along those lines. But yeah, like Goombas, Koopas, all those don't really have a hitbox, so I can just run straight through them.
Can you tech the can launch in the ground up there?
I don't know if you can tech that one. I like mash R so fast, and I've never been able to tech it. So
Dang. You can tech full cannon. Hey, Dr. Shrunk.
just Animal Crossing. It's a good series.
Great video game series.
So I'm actually gonna SD right now because I want to be Donkey Kong for the last stage of this room.
Hey.
It's kind of helpful. Let's see if I can go up. Can. I didn't do anything helpful. Okay. That's a launch pad. If you go on it, it'll like stop you for a second and then launch you forward, but that launch pad is very unhelpful, so I just don't jump over it. So this is why I want to be Donkey Kong. Just kills everything really quickly.
There's going to be a substantial number of extra doors that you're just going to run right by.
Yeah.
Right? It's all the branching paths.
Yeah. There are, so like 100%ing this game, you have to like enter every single door and break open and also collect every golden box. There's like golden and the green ones. You only have to do for the green ones. And then there's some random like trophies or stickers that kind of are around that you have to pick up as well. And then there's also getting all the characters. So there's doors that I don't need to enter and I'm not going to. Unless there's like a special reason it's $10.
In a usual, like, any percent run, what does the counter usually end up at?
The counter for like percentage done.
Yeah.
I think like 63.
60s, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of donations if you have some time.
Yep.
We have $5 from Fathom. Hey RDA, we miss you here back in Florida. Good luck on the run. Lego TC.
So Fathom.
And then we have $30 from the Strange Mental Gen. Let's go, RDA. Myself and Treasure Coast miss you. We are proud of you, man. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. Treasure Coast is my original like Smash family, where I got started. Alright, so these fights, I have like a basic setup for like all of them of like what's the easiest way to kind of do it, especially if RNG goes okay. So like right there, RNG went fine. I wanted to get that. So like if I didn't get this item, okay. I'll have to miss it. But like these fights really depend on like what items spawn and like where. Like those hammers, I usually pick up hammers just because it makes my running speed like even more slower than it actually is, and I can't drop it at any time, so I try to avoid.
So do you avoid the large mushrooms all the time because of like the risk of poison mushrooms, or?
No, I can tell. Like, I can tell which one's poison and which one's mega. I just didn't want to get it because of the animation. So right here, Rayquaza just kind of takes Diddy Kong for like no reason.
If I remember correctly, a lot of things happen in this plot just kind of for no reason.
There's like lots of crazy stuff that happens for no reason. Diddy Kong,
I mean, it was super hype, I remember when it came out. It was like Wario, like, you know, beating up on it kids.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Fox beating up a Pokemon.
And of course that, he has like a bunch of different moves that you can do. That wasn't like the best RNG, but it was okay. And I was Fox so that this section can load a little bit faster.
The best music.
One of the best songs right here. Shout out to Primal Blast.
Brawl has like a really good soundtrack.
Yeah, it does. I love it.
So good.
One of my favorites is in the Great Maze when you get to the Ice Climber section. It's a song where we climb the mountain. That's
The
like
Glacial
really good.
Peak.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That one. It's really, really good.
There's no fast wall. Fox is very useful in Subspace. One of the fastest running speeds, and he also is just really good with vertical movement, horizontal movement. Whoa. Okay.
Giant dancing Goomba.
Yeah. So like these guys right here, they have a hitbox on both ends of them. So like the head and the tail, they have a hitbox, but in the middle they don't. So if I were to have jumped into the middle of that enemy, it wouldn't have pushed me out or anything. I would have just stayed there. So that's why I roll through him and don't just run past him, because it slows me down like a lot, like halfway. Oh. Okay. It's not helpful.
Yeah, with the speed. Go fast.
That Naruto run.
By the way, donate so that we can do that on stream.
Yeah, that's an incentive now, right?
Yeah, it's the next incentive.
Thousands.
We already
Excellent.
powered up. We got over 9,000, so now we've got a Naruto run.
Yeah, my voice got destroyed from that.
So whenever I Fox Illusion, I try to like, if I'm like Fox Illusioning over a door, I try to get right over the door because I'm able to enter the door before I hit the ground when I Fox Illusion. So yeah, and with that enemy, I try to kill most of the enemies in a specific way. So with the enemy right before I entered this room, I wanted to hit him up against that wall that he was closest to, because when enemies die, they kind of roll off the screen like that one. And when they hit something, it speeds up the process of them disappearing. And for that enemy, once the enemy fully disappears, the door opens. So the sooner I can get the enemy to disappear, the sooner I can enter the door. So bouncing him up off against the right and then left wall makes him disappear the fastest. And that'll also depend on like certain items, like the spike ball and like the soccer ball and the fireball. They all have a hitbox. So if I hit an enemy into it, it'll just instantly disappear. And these are the golden boxes that I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to SD because I want to be Diddy Kong for this fight.
Is the water here like actual? Oh, it's like swimmable water.
Yeah, Brawl has swimmable water.
Yeah, I was wondering why you didn't like just jump off the edge, but I forgot about that.
Yeah. That would look less swaggy too.
I just thought it was kind of weird that Squirtle can drown in this game.
Yeah. So another thing about the swimming is that even if you're Squirtle, like Squirtle usually can last a little bit longer in the water because obvious reasons. But in subspace, they normalize everyone. So even if like you usually can't.
Oh no.
Okay. I just have to get him to the ledge. There we go.
There we go.
That's why I go Diddy. Diddy can spike really easily.
And you weren't even above him and it's still spiked?
Yeah. So that wasn't like regular Bowser, by the way. That was False Bowser is what his actual name is. And it's basically the subspace matter, I guess you could call it, takes over a trophy or takes over a living being, and it makes a copy of it that's like pure evil, I guess you could say. And Bowser is like one of the main protagonists, or not protagonists, but one of like the main villains. He's like he's pretty high up there on the villains list in this game, which we'll get into later on. And yeah, he just has him make a copy so that he can kind of try and stop us, and then we'll see more false characters. So, an interesting fact about the different difficulties, the reason that they're different categories isn't just because, like, it's harder. It actually, if there was, like, a perfect task, I guess, of this game, it would be done on intense mode. Because... Oh. Because these side-scrollers are faster.
That turtle shell.
He got destroyed.
Way
He like
to go.
obliterated. But the harder the difficulty, the faster the side-scroller. So this side-scroller takes, like if I'm doing a run and I'm looking at my timer, at the end of this section it takes 2 minutes. On intense, it takes 1:20. So, and it's like a little slower every difficulty goes down. Lots of parts. We're also going to be using a lot of this jump canceling with Lucas.
Just comes back right there.
Yeah, because
It's like, where'd it go?
if you go down, you come back up from the sky.
It's true.
It's proven fact. So they're trying to make Lucas look like a little wimp. And have
Yeah, that's sad cutscene.
Yeah, these are some sad cutscenes. I will say
Yeah, it was
that,
heartbreaking.
like, the cutscenes in this game are like really, really good.
Oh yeah, they're incredible.
Oh yeah.
But we're going to be Lucas anyway. His attacks are so powerful. It's actually ridiculous.
Get the boy hood, get the boy hood. Yo. Now you're going fast.
Okay, so what happened in that cutscene was that Wario was trying to like capture Ness. Ness was like just too awesome to get captured and was just dodging everything. And then he went to Lucas, and then Ness saved him. And Wario took Ness's trophy because he like sacrificed himself. And then Lucas was kind of just like walking alone, and then he ran into Pokemon Trainer. That's how they're buds now.
The plot to this game is incredible.
Yeah.
It's like a fan fiction.
Yeah.
One day, Lucas was walking alone
And then
when he ran into not Ash Ketchum, some other guy.
some other thing. Red, dude. That's red.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So there's a very new fight skip that's going to happen at the end of the stage. It's much more tedious than the one in Skyworld. But in a sense, I guess it's a little easier. It's just super easy to mess up, I guess. That fight is also very tricky. So those enemies, they can make copies of themselves. But for that fight, the only ones that matter that I kill are the ones that spawn from the top. So I don't even have to worry about the copies. So I'm actually going to kill these guys. There's going to be more that spawn. He's actually RNG if he spawns or not. Okay. Walk a little bit forward. Oh, okay. Oh. So the trigger's super, super, super close to the edge, which is why I was doing that tedious jumping. And then I was just supposed to jump over it, but it's okay.
Yo.
The deep boy.
Yeah.
Something happened to Lucas during that fight. I don't know.
Grown up.
He grew up, exactly.
The classic coming-of-age story. Brawl Subspace Emissary.
So this is debatably one of the most difficult stages in Subspace, at least in my opinion. This whole part is pretty simple. It's just kind of running, and then there's a fight. But when I'm at the end of the fight is when it gets pretty intense. I'm not going to really talk, and then I'll explain what I'm doing after.
This part makes Marth look so slow.
Well, again, Marth's running speed is slowed down like a lot because of the normalization in Subspace. And going up or down, literally, it doesn't even matter. Like, you can go either way, it's the same speed. Alright, let's see this.
Brawl power shields.
Uh-oh. Hit. That hit's, like, intentional. I think I missed one of those, though, so that's 20 bucks. So the reason I picked Marth is because Marth just has a much better time with these fights. Meta Knight is really, really good in Subspace and in Brawl. I think we all could probably realize that by now. But he has a really weird problem with these enemies. He just can't kill them easily. None of his attacks kill them in one hit. So that's why I'm Marth. Because Marth, as you can see, has no problem doing so. Okay, so I'm going to SD. The reason I'm SDing is because I want to be Meta Knight by the end of this fight. Because I want to be him for the movement section. I'm not going to say anything because this is tough. So I jumped over that first fight. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, he just did that. Oh. Oh wait, he's here. Oh, this is okay. Hold on. Okay, we're safe. That was almost really bad.
So what'd you just do?
Okay, so I jumped over the first fight, and then when I entered the second fight, the game was like, oh, okay, you're in the second fight, cool. Awesome, okay. Sorry, so I entered the second fight to cancel out, well, just to enter it, and then I re-entered the first fight by running just to the right, which canceled out the second fight. And then in this, like, if you're just eats normally, after the second fight, there's a side scroller that spawns, not like right after, but pretty soon, right, like after it. So like the game thought that I was still in the second fight, even though I despawned the second fight. So when I had one of those primates follow me, it was continuing on the first fight. And then once I killed that one primate, it canceled out the fight, and then it was like, well, after the first fight, there's no side scroller, so the game didn't spawn a side scroller. So I did all that. There's a fight that cancels out the side scroller, like if you're just doing it normally, and then after that fight, you continue onward. I jumped over that fight, and then I jumped over 2 more fights. And then I just did that whole stage. It's very confusing, but I just skipped like 40 seconds worth of time. And then I'm about to save like another minute if I can get this fight scoped. Which I did.
Nice.
So yeah, I just literally jumped over an entire fight. And then that
Power
entire
Meta
round,
Knight.
yeah. Meta Knight and Pit are really great in the fact that they can collide over literally anything they want. So yeah, that was actually the stage I really wanted to go well, and that was perfect. So, I know it doesn't look like much, but if you know that stage, it's pretty great.
Let's go, Yoshi.
Yeah, their character pairings are just fantastic.
So literally, it's just like, it's we see Link, he picks up the Master Sword, and then we see Yoshi sleeping on a log, and then enemies start showing up, and then Yoshi kind of like walks in on Link getting like ambushed, and he's just like, oh, I guess I'll help you, sure. Because Yoshi's a nice guy like that.
They're both green. They're like, they got so much in common.
Woke up from a nap to save the world.
And I use Yoshi's egg roll just because it's faster than his running speed.
I have a couple more donations, if I may.
Yeah.
We have $3 from Steel Thunder. RDA, Naruto, run your way through the speedrun to victory. You got this.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if that's for this stream, but Michael Hunter asks, for $2, if a wolf gets bitten by a werewolf, then does the wolf turn into a human on a full moon?
These are the questions we need to ask, like, the cops. I don't know, dude. Like, that's intense.
Cops?
I don't know. Someone with more authority than me.
Can a wolf become a were-human?
And then we also got $5 from Gray. Haven't been able to play Brawl as much as the others in the series, but it's great to see this mode done quick for a great cause. Much love.
Thank you. You can actually enter that door with 5 of those blocks remaining, but you have to be really fast. I was only semi-fast.
Shoutouts to being semi-fast.
Yeah.
Just not 7 frames.
Is the egg roll infinite, or does it last for like?
It lasts for a while, but it does end. And you'll know when because the hitbox will it'll stop hitting things.
You just grab him.
Yeah.
Maybe grab him.
Hey, Nick, grab that guy.
There we go. Yeah, you can grab things. You just can't exactly direct where you want to grab them. But if you just throw them off, they die. So. Okay. So now we get to see Zero Suit Samus. In my opinion, the less superior of the Samus. But
This game she's more superior though.
true, and in Smash 4.
Yeah.
So. But the power suit, it's so powerful.
It is. It's really cool. You don't really get to see Zero Suit Samus like at the end of Metroid, like the original Metroid, and like she actually is playable in Metroid's Intermission.
Really? I actually didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's like that's like the only time she actually plays in any Metroid game as far as I'm aware.
Well, we don't play as her that much in Brawl either, so sorry guys. I'm
Dang.
also messing up Pikachu up Bs. Using Pikachu's up B for movement is very useful. It's just not easy.
Like, quick attack canceling?
Yeah. I want to wait for this one.
I guess quack, as they used to call it.
Oh, that actually makes so much sense. So So I have to grab this key because there's this door up here that's locked. But technically, I'm supposed to go up and get another key, but Pikachu's Thunder can just press a button that's right up there, and then just go on with it. Saves like 20 seconds or something.
And that's fast.
Speed, you know?
Thank you, Speed Man.
Thank you. That was good. If I don't hit him, he'll just instantly attack me, so I have to kind of do it at more of an angle and less just up and then straight down, I guess. If you have more donations, you can read some. Pikachu says hi.
If you don't mind, I'll take this time to talk about some of our sponsors.
Yeah.
Well, SPIF Space makes cool apparel and merchandise for the Smash community. This weekend, from Thursday to Sunday at noon, every sale will have 20% of profits donated to St. Jude. On top of that, you can get 15% off online orders using the code FORTHEKIDS, all capitals.
See 4 kids.
Yo, I love 4Kids.
Yeah, shoutouts to Saturday morning cartoons. My favorite anime dubs.
Stylish.
Yeah, this is like Zero Suit Samus. I don't know if I actually went into it. Isn't too great in subspace. None of her moves are good on any of the enemies. She has really good running speed, but that's about it. It's like her only redeeming quality. Dash. Sure, you know, whatever works. Pikachu wants some chocolate.
I mean, you have to see eventually, after all.
Yeah.
You can't starve in the subspace. That's bad.
Okay. So on to 2 back-to-back AI fights. Like I said, AI fights are a little unpredictable to an extent. I have my ways like I've never seen that happen before, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna try and get her to the side. If that would be cool. Oh, and if I were to have saved Peach, it would have been Peach. Okay. So I would have been fighting Peach right there. And then I would have been Yoshi and Link. And then I would have been fighting as Yoshi and Link. And I would have been fighting Pit and Mario if I saved Peach. Yeah. Because it's like that was a false Zelda. And if it was Peach, it would have been false Peach. And then Link and Yoshi saw that we, you know, fought her and like basically killed her. This is not the direction they need to go in. But
Yoshi, no.
This is actually like not the direction they're supposed to go in at all. But
Mario, save them. Come on, Mario.
Okay. Mario, stop.
Up B?
Stop, Mario.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to cape you. What the heck?
Okay. Sometimes he's actually really helpful, but that time he was very not helpful. So now we're a big group because we fought each other, and then we were like, oh,
Power friendship.
JK. Apparently punching each other in the face is equivalent to becoming best of friends. And then Kirby kind of just like came around for the ride, because why not? Oh, I didn't want that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. This is working. Okay. Yeah. If you like use C-stick, you can pick up items, which is what happened right there. So a little bit of a nuisance. There are going to be times, like in side scrollers, where there's like extra doors that I don't typically need to go into to continue the game, but they're like extras for like 100%ing, that I would actually enter the door to speed up the side scroller, or just like skip forward in it, I guess. Can't do that right now, but there are those stages. That was it just disappeared completely because it ran into that enemy. And those enemies I can't kill. There's like some enemies that I just can't kill. That's one of them. They're pretty neat. So what's everyone's, I want to know what everyone's opinion of Master Hand is in the Subspace Emissary, or at least in the Smash series.
The Master Hands?
Yeah.
Creative boss.
Creative
I like
boss.
Crazy Hand more.
You like Crazy Hand more?
Dude, he's crazy.
Yeah, it was more mysterious.
In what?
And he's left-handed.
Wait, what?
What?
Crazy hand for left.
Is this lore?
I'm so confused. Okay. This is...
Okay. Almost saved the flames.
I was asking for future information that we'll learn about in this run of Master Hand. Master Hand in this story line is actually very interesting. So obviously we have Taboo as like the main henchman bad guy. Bowser, Ganondorf, and the minister, like the Dark Minister, pretty sure this is what his name is, are like the guys that we see doing a lot of bad stuff, trying to turn us into trophies, all that fun things. And then there's Master Hand, which we don't really know what he does for a long time, and we kind of figure out later on. And I think it like completely changes, well, at least what I thought of him. Come here, I don't want to... Oh, okay. Alright, you peaced out.
He is left.
Thanks, man.
A-time in. I got you.
Cool. Okay. And right off the bat, we're going to do a fight skip. And again, Lucas is pretty good with movement, and he's also a really good fighter. Jumped over the fight. Okay. So if I didn't instantly kind of run up and do that double jump, I wouldn't have been able to jump over him because I used my momentum. This is bad.
Nice
Okay.
save.
Okay. But I used the momentum that I had from getting hit from the spikes to jump over that guy. I just have to hit these buttons to make the fire stop. Pretty basic. Platforming stuff.
Hey, the luck.
Yeah, that's good RPG, especially right here, because these guys If you don't hit them fast enough, they'll just heal, or they won't heal, but they'll get bigger and then more defensive and stuff, and it wastes time, like a lot of time. Ooh, okay, that was bad. I guess whenever those fireboxes get hit with any kind of fire, even if it's like a fireball from Mario, it'll instantly explode. So that's what happened right there.
Oh, oh, oh.
What? That was a little weird. I just get on top of this elevator just because it's like a tiny bit faster to enter the door.
Swag strats.
Yeah. I think it's better to ride on top of an elevator. You get there faster, you know?
Sometimes casually you'll, sometimes there's a ceiling, and you go bye-bye.
Nah. Wrong. There's never a ceiling. Okay. So this fight, I want Lucas to get his revenge. So I'm just gonna rough him up a bit. Dang.
No, the whiff. Oh no.
There we go.
There it is.
Literally all you have to do is just PK fire him to the wall because he won't tech it or anything. But until like he's like around 55%, then you can just up smash. He dies. Alright. So I used to do a damage boost kind of strat here where I would just run into the boulder. But if I egg roll, I make it like just in time so I don't have to get hit by it or anything. Which is cool. And these paratroopers, one of my least favorite enemies to fight. If you don't kill them in one hit, they will respawn. It doesn't matter if you don't kill them once or twice or 3 times. Like if you don't kill them, they'll like either their wings will fly off or they'll go into their shell, and then you have to throw the shell off screen, and then they'll respawn. And that can happen more than once. So I really try to just make sure I kill them.
It's like that Japanese game show.
Oh yeah, hole in the wall.
Oh yeah.
I got
Oh, you
those
ran through
strats. I know how to go into holes and walls with Yoshi in Super Smash Bros. Brawl Subspace Emissary.
Luckily the hole is pretty generous.
So Yoshi also has a jump cancel, which is his neutral B. So I'll use that sometimes. Not too much because it's not as useful, and like I'm not as mobile as I am with Lucas. I get to see what happens. Do they respawn? Or are they going to be nice to me? I guess they're nice to me. Cool.
But back.
I like to get an item to like throw down at it because I can't like do anything else, but a lot of the time I actually don't get an item, which is weird. Okay. Damage boost, that was on purpose. I don't want SD. Sometimes I'll try and go a little bit too fast and then end up going too soon and dying. That looked like really simple, but that room, I like almost always, not almost always, but I SD there a lot.
Nice tech.
Getting hit by like bullet bills or something. And I'm just skipping the cutscenes by you hit pause and then you hit A, because it's like, oh, are you sure you want to skip it? I'm like, yeah. I promise. Watching the cutscenes adds another 50 minutes to the run. So just by skipping all the cutscenes, you save 50 minutes. Right here, I'm going to try and make a super, super tight cycle.
Ooh. That's good.
The only reason it's a tight cycle is that Squirtle doesn't appear to be in any hurry whatsoever.
Yeah, he's just like throttling along.
Like,
I'm
okay,
really
okay,
trying to go
relax.
fast. So if you air dodge right underneath these guys, you just teleport right above it. So that's what I just did there. That's how I was going through it without taking damage. I'm just gonna kill him just to be a little safe. Oh.
Just took damage from nature.
Those flows are very, they can be very, like, annoying. They're very easy to kill, but if you don't, like, use a move that kills in a one hit, it regains health, and then it gets mad, and then it uses its attack. We're actually going to be, I'm actually going to show off that whole using the door to skip part of the side scroller a little bit into this side scroller. But yeah, that cycle saves, I want to say like, so that was like the earliest cycle you can get. That can save, I think, like an extra 5 seconds, and then normal cycles, another 5 seconds, and then so on and so forth.
Actually, I had a quick question. This game, or Subspace has an in-game timer or something like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is that something you use for leaderboards, or?
So in-game time is if you do like a full RTA time, and so like my world record's 3:15. The in-game time is 3:15. So the in-game time is very, very, very similar, unless it's like 1 second. Like unless it's like a 1:15:59, it's probably gonna be a 1:15 in-game time. So you can use that. I actually was doing a practice run yesterday, and I got world record without recording it or without RTA timing. I got a 2:12. So, oh, okay.
So it's really just like an RTA timer. That
Yeah. Usually I use RTA just because it's more accurate, but
Yeah.
in-game time and RTA are very similar. It's like,
And if it's not going to count out loads and stuff, then it's not really.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it'd be worth it.
so I entered that door. It was an extra door that I don't need to enter, but it stops the side scroller altogether, so it saves a few seconds. And then in this cutscene, we just find Ivysaur as a trophy, and we capture him. But I don't want to be Ivysaur.
Still Squirtle.
His forward air and his up air are like the best moves he can use. His back air is okay too, but his forward air does like more damage for some reason. And these, if I throw them at an enemy, it turns it into a trophy. So it's... It didn't work. You have to hold the direction and it just didn't want to go up, I guess. Okay. Now I'm going to SD. Because I want to be Lucas for the fight. At the end of this stage. As I have to hit all these buttons, open these doors. And on intense difficulty, they like close a lot faster, so I have to be very quick about it. The enemy with that like blows wind at you, it makes it very hard on intense. You have to like kill him and do a bunch of fun stuff. I'm just gonna jump into the middle of him and just into the door because there's no hitbox.
Hey, it's Charizard.
It is Charizard. So Pokemon Trainer is like on a mission to just collect them all, you know? Or catch them all, sorry. Oh, he just footstooled me. I'm dead. Okay.
No! Come on, Charizard, live off the edge. Come on, you can do it. Oh,
Oh,
yo,
now I have it.
my table's a turn.
Okay.
What is he? Oh, he's got vines.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he hitting it with?
His thumbs.
I love
The
it.
big the bulb just.
I love Mr. Game Watch gets a hammer because this is like it's 2 frames.
Yeah, it's a
So
2-frame
from-
animation.
up,
Two-framer.
like that. So good.
Okay, so now we're actually going to be able to show Meta Knight's movement. Like, we're not going to be picking anybody else other than Meta Knight if we have Meta Knight to choose. He's just too good, despite his issues with fighting the enemies. He has like 20,000 jumps, and he can use like 26,000 attacks during those jumps. And he has this, and yeah, it's great. Rude. So these enemies are another enemy that has like a big hitbox in front of them, and if I just tornado through them, it just hits them. Okay, keep going. Okay, I just jumped over a fight.
Nice.
Using Meta Knight's up B for vertical movement is so important to saving time and like when you're playing as him. There's a stage later on that is mainly all vertical movement, and you get to be Meta Knight, thank goodness. And if you use, like, the more you can use his up B, like obviously for the better, it's gonna save so much time than just using his jumps. It's so much faster. He's on a mission. Okay, so I'm staying like.
Poor guy didn't stand a chance. I don't think he was ready.
He wasn't ready. Okay, so I just have to. Sure. I usually just like kind of YOLO that stage or that area. It's very like whatever. So now there's a boss fight. Meta Knight is very good with boss fights as well. His Nair does like a ridiculous amount of damage, and he has 6 jumps. And then he can probably use it like 2 more times while he's in the air coming down from his 6 jumps. And then he has his down smash, which does a ridiculous amount of damage as well. So put it together and you have a boss killer. Like that. A rip. So this is the longest like stage in the run, so get ready to you know, get some popcorn or something. Oh. And we're done with that section.
Play hood. Yo, let's go. Is there flare blitz in this game, right?
Do what?
Is there flare blitz for charge mode
No.
in this game?
It's
Okay.
it's a rock smash.
Oh, it's just, oh yeah, because down B's nothing.
Yeah, down B is
Switch.
Yeah, down B is like Pokemon Switch.
Makes sense.
Speaking of which, when's Pokemon for the Switch?
Agreed?
So right here, I'm gonna be Yoshi's literally just for this one fight. I don't want to be anyone else for it. It's so much slower with anyone else. I don't like it. But well, after this, it doesn't matter. Well, I'll just SD because I want to be pit for the rest of it.
This side scroll is horrendous.
This is so slow.
That's like the downside to easy. It's like
Oh, so this will be faster and intense?
this would be all the side scrollers, and like the more difficulties or like the harder you get through difficulties, the faster the side scrollers. That also means like the easier it is to die during the side scrollers. So you have to kind of like be more careful during it. But yeah. Oh. Okay.
This is the spot.
Let's leave it there. Make it look cool. Nah, I'm just gonna skip because I don't need to be Yoshi anymore. Right. And Pit is like, Pit's pretty okay. Like, I don't know how to really describe Pit in Subspace because he's not terrible and he has glide and everything, but he's never usually picked unless it's for a fight skip. Despite him being okay with killing everything, it's really weird. I don't know. Like, his backer kills most things, but I still usually pick him. He's just not better than the other options, I guess, that I have. Alright, so we're about to do our fight skip. Ooh, okay. So all right there is a fight. Just gonna... So techie.
What?
Who was your main when you played this game?
Oh, I made Wolf.
Oh,
Yo.
shout outs to Wolf
He
not
get-
being used 90%,
Yeah, he got the shaft in Subspace Emissary, unfortunately.
along with Toon Link and Jigglypuff.
Rip Tin Link. That was my main, actually.
And also Sonic. I mean, you get him like last second.
Yeah, like the
Yeah, for the
it's
final
like a
fight,
side door in
that's
like
it.
one of the very last areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Wolf has like a single cutscene that's like 4 seconds long or something. It's good, but like it's kind of disappointing.
I would have loved to see some cutscenes with Jigglypuff.
LOL. Poor Jigglypuff. Okay, so this stage is actually is like another execution-based stage, along with like Battlefield Fortress. A lot of movement, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So hopefully I can make this look cool for you guys. That's not cool. So
Okay.
that wind's like pushing me down, and I just wasn't high enough during that. But it's okay. But I am going to wait. No. Okay.
No.
So anyway, we're back with Fox, so that's good. Fox is better for this section. The item is an extra stock. I just picked it up 'cause why not?
Yo, do some multi-shines. Hey.
Count them.
I was 7.
Mad Kensuke.
Oh no. The madman.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna try and skip this. I want to skip it, but speed this up quite a lot. That's not skipping it a lot. That's okay. Okay. Let's try into that door like really high up there because you can enter it very, very early. But since I was so early with that, if I jumped and missed the door, I would have died. And I missed the door, so I died. And there's another one that I'm going to try and skip the rest of this because there's 2 doors in here. Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yes.
You said earlier that on 10th difficulty, all strollers like speed up.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you run that difficulty then?
So killing the enemies is also much harder. So they give all the enemies much more health. They like their AI is smarter. Hey, come here. Yeah, their AI is a lot smarter. They have more health. You get hit, so like a basic hit by any enemy will do like 30% damage to you. so you'll die in like 3 hits. Their knockback is ridiculous. So like, literally, it's intense. It's if that's why I don't know if I even finished the sentence earlier, but if there was like an ideal task for this game, it would use intense mode because the auto scrollers are so much faster. And then they could just, task.
There was at least a Project M Subspace Emissary task.
Banned.
It came out like a month ago, I think, so it was.
Yeah.
It's really good.
You put a lot of work into that.
I want to say it's also intense. Makes sense.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
So the cannons that have like the blue circle over it, if I have to press A to like move them or like for me to get shot out of them, but if they don't have a blue circle over it, then they just like automatically shoot me. Ooh.
This whole stage layout's really bizarre.
Yeah, I don't really get it either. This stage is very like, I don't know, it's very weird, especially for being Fox and Falco and Diddy. Like, it's very not for the like their kind of character, I guess. But alright, so here's like great fun time with all these creatures. Okay. Have to redo any of them. And we're gonna skip this.
Those things are terrifying, by the way.
Yeah, it's like so unnecessary for them to be here. It's like, why? They're not like extremely hard to avoid or anything. Just avoid. So we're going to be zero suit just for this one room. Actually 2 rooms, but yes. Because her running speed's really good. And she also has something for the very end of the stage that makes it like speed up. It like literally makes the room like 5 seconds faster with zero suit. It's actually silly. I have to wait for this. So, like depending on if it's like dark or light in this room, these things move. So I had to press one of the buttons. So yeah, but doing that down air all the way down the ladder, because that's just a big long ladder, is like saves like 5 seconds over using Pikachu. So these are like dark Samuses. The dark Subspace Matter like took over this actual just power suit and then like made a picture out of it.
Just like Metroid Fusion, really.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Oh no! Don't see off the top there.
Dang, okay. Usually the strat is just if you use down smash, you can use up air, but they usually DI it pretty well. There you go. You just down smash, you get them up in the air and just thunder them, and they die pretty early if they cooperate. So this the whole rest of the stage is very technical. I'm gonna do fight skip. I'm gonna do I'm gonna skip having to go to like a few rooms, and it's gonna be fun. Okay, let's see. I had invincibility frames, so I was able to run on the spikes.
Do the spikes have the same property as the boulders?
No. I just had invincibility for like a few seconds. Oh, dang. Alright, so if I were to go the intended route, I would go up and like ride these elevators, but I'm actually going to go down here in SD, which is why I picked Samus, just because I want to be Pikachu for the rest of the stage. And it spawns me like right at the end of where the fight would be, so I don't have to do the fight. Okay. And then I just do some basic movement to get onto these elevators as fast as possible.
I remember this part. I did a race this game one time, and one of those enemies right there, he actually hit me right on top of the elevators. On top of sound no word.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wish that would happen to me. Okay, so wow, okay, that's actually weird. Okay. So I use this box to get me a little bit more leverage. It's not getting up there. There we go.
Nice.
So doing all that just made me let me skip 3 whole rooms, having to like do a fight and then like 2 rooms of movement. So yeah, it saves like around 25 seconds. And then we're gonna be Pikachu for the Ridley fight.
Ridley is in Smash.
Ridley is the Smash.
Yeah.
Oh dang. He's my main. Don't you know? When he's doing that move, I'm able to like just mash that move and just pray that it hits, or like at least one of them hit. Dang. And depending on the move, I'll use forward smash as well, but that's like the only bad thing about Pikachu is that it doesn't really have the best moves for killing, but neither does Samus. And Samus is just slower. That cutscene is probably like the best cutscene in the game.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Not gonna lie. Like it's just
Those at the end.
it's a Rob.
Genocide.
It's just like a Rob with Pikmin all over it. The Rob kills all the Pikmin, and then Captain Falcon just, or then it shows Olimar, and then Captain Falcon comes in and like tries to make it all flashy and kills like all of Olimar's Pikmin. It's so good. So I'm actually supposed to like kill those bird enemies that just spawned, but since I like went all the way to the right, they just despawn, basically killing themselves. So I just had to kill the green Rob launchers and the beetle-looking things. I can't remember their name. Then we just have a nice fight going on.
Yo, let's jam out.
Let's jam out. It's a banger, not gonna lie.
Sure.
Oh, wow, he got me like right at the end of it. Oh, wait a little bit. So if I were to throw items at these metal ones, it actually reflects it back. Okay. Spooky. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I love the song right here.
This is a very good
I
song.
mentioned it earlier.
And this is the stage that's very vertical. up B City. Okay. Got there a little late. So it's actually like really sad. We like never ever use ice climbers in this run. You would think that they'd be really good on this stage just because like of the ice physics and stuff, but they're very not good. Their jumps are like not high enough. They don't have any moves that like do good against the enemies. It's kind of sad because I wish like I tried so hard to make them work for the stage, and it just didn't work out.
I think the task list of this game uses ice climbers actually smart.
The task?
Yeah, I think it does.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's only because you can like mash like either their frame of its side view is what it is.
Oh yeah, because
That's why.
So in the I can actually talk about that. So there's the piece of papers that I pick up. They're called stickers, and you can actually use them in Subspace to enhance either any character or certain character stats depending on what the sticker is. But we decided, like the people that like run Brawl and stuff, decided to not have that be in the speedruns, just because it's so inconsistent. Because it's like you kind of have to just randomly like play Brawl a lot to have the stickers to spawn, and then you have to get the stickers, and then you have to like once you use them, you can't use them again, and it's very inconsistent. So we just decided to not use them in the speedrun. But yeah, the task does use stickers, and like there's a sticker where you can have the ice climbers go like upwards immensely with their side B. It's pretty hot. We're gonna skip this part. Go over here. Okay. If I missed the door, I would have died.
Lucario.
You can, yeah, you can actually be Lucario, which is I think is like weird because he's like the one we like meet and we're supposed to fight him, but you can beat him, which is I think is like weird for this story. Nice. But it's obviously faster to be Meta Knight. That's the best RNG. For this, you kind of just base off of which either Yoshi, Kirby, or Mario spawn faster, and like I guess who you're more comfortable with. I like Yoshi, and I'm pretty sure he's spawns the fastest, so I just pick Yoshi. And oh, okay, I wanted the bat. Yeah, this is just a big old fight. Those red dots at the top are like just how many enemies I still have to kill. Oh. I really wanted it to work. We all know whose music this is.
Oh, let's go. My boy Snake.
So if you like Snake, enjoy these 30 seconds. That's all you're gonna get.
Oh.
Okay, maybe like 32 now.
Brawl Snake is so cool.
Up 34. Up 35. Okay. There you go.
No.
No more Snake. Too slow. The old, like, I'm not really sure if it's faster just because of the lag with the actual move, but if you're not familiar with Dacus, it's dash attack, cancel up smash.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive that it's not faster for Snake, just because of how much, like, just that up smash is so slow. And if it is faster, it's probably like maybe a second faster, but I doubt it. Oops. I just have to, I had to kill all 3 of those portals and then press the button. And that made those, like, I guess platforms that were blocking the stairs go right. So since Meta Knight has so much a problem with killing these enemies, I'm just gonna hit them off the stage because it counts as killing them. At least try to. Oh, I have an item. I like to use my nice tornado. Nice. Okay. So what happened right there is that there was an enemy that I had to kill that was like kind of floating right there, and I hit the Primate enough so that he would go in the direction where the enemy is, and he hit the enemy and killed him, so I didn't have to go and do it. Snake is actually really useful in this fight, but Meta Knight is like just better, and they'll load faster if you pick Meta Knight. But Snake's forward tilt is really good with knockback, so. But so does Meta Knight's down smash. So, and the reason that those two were false is because throughout the story they captured both Zelda and Peach, so in the end it didn't really matter. And they turned both of them into the false characters because they had their trophies locked in cages.
This is the stage where if you pick Peach, like her double jump goes super high.
Oh, I've tried so hard to make
I mean Sheik's is like pretty high right now too.
Yeah, the jumping, like they edit a lot of like their jump height and like fall speeds and stuff for Subspace as well.
Oh yeah, Peach would get destroyed right here if she didn't have it.
Yeah. Not that far out.
No triple power shield.
So the enemy that's right under where I was, right under the Primate, I guess, is called a Mizu, and we never fight one or see it anywhere else except for right there, and I don't know why. Like, it's just never seen again. And we've never, like, fight it or anything. And there's, like, there's just theories about what it is. I just like power through it. It's so much faster to just power through it. Alright.
Even though she can't chain grab in this game.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one. I want to clap for that. Aw, okay. So after every stage, I have to menu up and go back to the menu. But otherwise, I'll hit save, and that was the first time I did it. And now I'm sad. So the reason I go Fox here, his forward smash is very fast. Oh, I power shielded like the first hit, and then got hit with the rest. But also, this guy, the pink one, has projectiles. So, yeah. So I just shoot it back at him. Oh. That's pretty okay, honestly. Getting the cracker, I think it's called like the cracker cannon or something like that.
Yeah.
That's like the best item to get in any boss fight, no matter what character are you, unless you're like Charizard, because Charizard just destroys bosses. But getting the cracker cannon is like the best thing to get. It does ridiculous amount of damage to any of them, because some enemies or bosses have like better defense to like certain moves. It's weird. So there's actually like a glitch that you can do.
Oh yeah, I remember this stage.
Yeah. So the first time I saw it was when Shasta did it, and he did it on accident. And
Yeah.
basically, you get on top of that elevator, and you can clip into this black area, and then get onto the other side where this door is. It's not really that much faster, if it is at all, but it's really cool. But it's not. Yeah.
The way he kind of did was that a Rob enemy just kind of randomly hit me on top of the elevator as I was like moving upwards, I guess. And just kind of clipped into the top of this. So
Yeah.
just went inside a wall. Yeah.
Yeah, you can like if you like if I were like to go for it, I would just kill both the Robs, and then you can like make it go down and jump out of it really quick. Okay. So this is another. There's like a lot of things that can go wrong in this stage, which is why I went on my way to pick Diddy Kong next, because I really don't want to have Olimar next if I die.
Oh.
You know, we got there, and we tripped.
Yo, let's go.
Or skip this real quick, real soon. Promise. Oh no. Oh no. One of those a fail? Power field? I can't tell. So, I didn't even explain what I'm doing right now. So there's this door where you have to enter I have to enter it to continue, but in order to enter it, I have to hit these red, blue, and green buttons, and they are down here. And that's why I have to do all the movements and stuff. There you go. Right here. So I can die just because this game, the camera's weird, which just happened. Okay. So, that's literally just the game didn't realize that I was going so fast. There's nothing I can do about it. Either the camera will follow you or it won't and I'll die. It's near the end of this section of the stage, so it's okay. Just have to get that key that's at the bottom of those boxes, and then that's the end of that section.
You have to bust through a wall.
Yep. That's actually what happens. We just busted the wall. And I can't like go to the left one, so I have to go all the way to the right and pick Captain Falcon. Nuisance, indeed.
If there's a special request that for the last enemy of this level here, you Falcon Punch him, kill him off.
Do what?
You Falcon Punch him.
Falcon Punch which one? Here, I'll get the Falcon Punch out. There we
Yo!
go.
Let's go.
Now it's the run. Oh, nice trip.
Can we get a giant Falcon Punch?
Yo, yeah, do it.
There we go. Oh no! Aw, okay. So I can, I can kill this guy before he does that. There we go. But I was in the animation.
Almost as slow as auto scrollers.
Do what?
These guys move almost as slow as auto scrollers.
Ah! Okay. Okay. So after this room, there's a pretty... Actually, it's also in this room. There's the end of this room and then the beginning of the next room. There's a pretty quick-paced fall section that's actually really fun. I like to do it. That can go very bad if I don't pay attention. But I'm not going to pay attention this video, so I'm fine.
Also, this song is very underrated.
Totally agree.
This is a good song. It's not like I've played so much Brawl that I kind of just tune it out.
Yeah.
I forget that it's on.
Let's forget Orpheon.
Oh, hey, the knee.
Yo, nice knee.
Alright, so. Aw. Sometimes it doesn't do damage to you. Alright. So right here, I'm supposed to wait for the platform I'm standing on to open up and like let me drop, but I'm just gonna go over here and just fall down. And then right here, there's platforms that make these guys come towards me. Just float right to the end. I didn't drift far enough so that it wouldn't hit me at all, but it's still fine for the most part. Besides Great Maze, this is the like longest, most tedious, or not most tedious, but longest stage, and it's about over.
Oh man, I forgot about Great Maze.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no.
Great Maze is, I like to see Great Maze as a run of its own, kind of.
Yeah, it really is.
Donkey Kong.
Let's go DK.
Yeah, you can go Donkey Kong or Falcon for this fight. I like to go Donkey Kong. It's a little bit easier. It does a lot of damage. That's Meta Ridley. It's kind of just like there. I don't really know why. We're trying to get out of the building and then Meta Ridley like attacks us.
I have $50 from Cumpy
Right.
Oh,
for
hey,
Falcon
Cumpy.
Punch into Falcon Punch.
You got it.
$50 from Slade989 that says, play as Olimar. I'm not sure if that was meant for this stream, but either way it works.
It does. But I'm not going to play as Olimar.
Why not?
He's very bad in subspace.
But he's Olimar.
Yeah, true. Alright, alright. You ready? No, I can't. If I didn't 100% need Meta Knight for this stage, I would do it. I promise. But I need Meta Knight for this stage.
Thanks, man. It really helped out the stream.
Maybe if someone can donate, like a lot, in the next like 2 seconds. Oh, okay.
Olimar. Olimar. It's right there.
Alright, I guess we're doing all one.
Yes. Oh, Kirby.
We got the fan support.
Whoa, okay.
You got the purples, you're good to go.
Okay, so usually I would be able to like fly over this entire section with Meta Knight, but Olimar was destined to play as, so we're just gonna do that. You have to hit the top of his head to do actual damage to him. Aw, thanks. My Olimar, or my Pikmin.
No. Olimar, no.
There we go. We in there. Alright. I just gotta run to the finish.
I was gonna ask if you skipped the tomato on purpose, hoping that you would
Yeah.
die.
I do like to play as Lucas, but no. Alright, so this section, storyline based, everyone after that stage dies. And the reason that DDD, Luigi, and Ness are alive is because DDD is like on his own, kind of doing whatever DDD wants, and was stealing trophies from people. So he stole the Ness trophy, and he stole a Luigi trophy. Actually, no, he didn't steal it. He just like killed Luigi because he felt like it. But he stole the Ness trophy from Wario. And then he had Peach, and then Peach got taken from Bowser. And DDD gave them this like special badge, and when everyone died, they came back to life, and they saw DDD's face on the badge, and they brought DDD back to life. So that's why it's just them three right now. And I'm just going and getting specific characters based on who I want to have in the Great Maze. So I'm not getting anyone extra, which is why like I didn't pick up Lucas and stuff like that. So that's what these two subspace sections are, is just getting the characters that I'm going to be able to play as in Green Maze. Whoa.
No Captain Falcon.
Yeah, I noticed you walked right by that Captain Falcon trophy.
Yeah, I don't need them.
Single tier.
Okay, so very similar to the first fight in this game. We're going to have a Kirby character fighting a Mario character.
Yo.
Oh!
Oh!
I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was going to kill both of you.
Ah, 7-4 spike. See ya. Oh. See ya.
Okay. You're supposed to SD with him, but that worked.
Good AI.
Yeah, that was weird. I've never had that happen either. Okay. So now Kirby comes back to life. The reason Kirby comes back to life is because Peach had one of those medals on her, and then storyline purposes, it came off of her, and Kirby's just the last thing you see in said cutscene is Kirby just like kind of looking at it, and then in that cutscene you realize Kirby ate it, so he was also brought back to life. He just separated from Ness, Luigi, and DDD because he was like with the rest of the group, and DDD was like in his own castle.
Quick reminder that Kirby is cute.
Kirby is cute. I also really like this section. Like, I think it's like just really fun, especially with Kirby. Like doing that whole drop down section with Kirby is super fun. Just down air everything. Hi to the kids. Also, I'm like 99% sure this is the last side scroller in the run. So that's pretty hype. I'm just gonna take a death right there just because I want to heal before this fight. And I have 4 stocks to manage. Sometimes that one respawns, sometimes he doesn't. But if he does, it's like way too late for me to realize. Until it's too late, I guess. The cool thing about those is I can use the momentum a little bit. It's like what I basically did with the running and jump, and when I just start jumping, I use part of the momentum just to be a little bit faster.
This part is such a Klonoa vibe.
Okay.
I don't know if you're a fan of Klonoa or...
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
Explain, do.
Klonoa is the video game
Oh.
for the PS1 and later the Wii. But like for real, the aesthetics and the music are like virtually identical to like one of the last levels.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'll make a 2-hour YouTube video on it later, don't worry. I'll send it to you.
Good. I'll watch all 2 hours of it. Alright, so now we're in the Gray Maze, which is the final stretch of the run. A lot of fights happen, and those
You got 40 minutes, so...
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, Lord.
So yeah, we're gonna be Meta Knight. So what Great Maze is basically the entire world is engulfed in subspace, which is just dark matter, kind of taboo, crazy stuff. So that's why the world looks a little, looks very similar, but also a little altered, and why we're fighting the bosses, and why the characters look like that. They're like all black and green. So the reason we're Meta Knight is because his movement overall is like probably the best of the cast, and he can kill all the characters super easily with up B or with forward air. So basically what I'm going to be doing is just working with what the AI gives me in terms of whether they're more defensive or offensive, and then just try and kill them as fast as possible. And then I also have to fight all the bosses. And I do that while going throughout basically everything we went to, but it's all in one big map. This is like the part where like a lot of people get lost in. Oh, he's hair dodge. We got advanced tech over you guys. There we go.
The glide face plant.
And there's also, it's really weird, but some characters are like a lot easier to kill than others. So like, for instance, Kirby's a little bit more difficult to get the kill on, even though he's light, but Link is like super free. Looks like I missed that sweet spot. But yeah, he's dead. Rob is like probably the easiest of all of them. If you hit him with, you don't have to hit him with like any attack before up B and he'll just die. Even though he's like super heavy. I never really like talked about those yellow and blue doors, but it's kind of like they're in the same place but different like realms, I want to say, because like I enter one door and they're like metal blocks, I can't break them, and then I enter another one and I can't break them. So like that's just the gimmick of this little area. And there are, oh, that's actually the first thing he's never, okay. Usually he does like a double jump right off the bat. And that was like the first thing he's never. Yeah, double jump. But I was gonna say that because he's never not done double jump right at the bat, but most characters have like a specific thing that they'll do like right off the bat. Bowser, for example, always dashes right into, so that's not what I wanted. So I can, like, I always have like, I always know what I'm about to do for Bowser fights. I thought I knew what I was gonna do for Yoshi, but apparently not. The reason he's going the opposite direction is because of getting it like on the inside of the shuttle. I need to get like the forward part of the sword for him to go towards the direction I'm wanting, like I'm facing, I guess. You'll see me do like reverse up Bs as well, to kind of manipulate where they go. But the reason I enter that door is because I'm gonna do a, I guess like save and quit kind of thing. Because there is like some backtracking that you have to do, but I don't want to do it because it's slow. So we have to fight Captain Falcon and then Olimar, and then we're gonna just backtrack or just save and quit instead of backtracking. And ledge hogging is a thing in this game, which is helpful. So the good thing is I don't have to actually go in and save the game because it automatically saves for me. So I just have to enter it. And I entered that door so that I can go back into that area of the Great Maze. There's 4 quadrants, and there's 4 different doors to enter each quadrant. And just so happens that that door is the top right quadrant that I need to go to. So instead of doing backtracking, I just exit, enter the door. It saves like 25 seconds. That's a lot of damage. I usually don't like to get that much damage, but let's be a little bit more careful.
Came out swinging. Dang.
Tough for you up
Yeah, you're at kill percent.
Yeah, one more up tilt, dude. Oh, there we go. Best move in the game, I swear.
Oh my god. Good work, Snake.
His body wasn't touching it, by the way. Like, it was like a wall.
Yeah, up till like
The move literally is a wall.
it's insane in this game.
Yeah.
Is it 3 Jigglypuffs along or whatever?
We're still gonna go. This is a speed run.
Call me back.
It's like kind of debatable if you can save and quit this stage. I personally, from doing my own timing and the strats that I do,
Oh. Okay.
I don't need to. It's actually faster for me to not save and quit. But okay, Game & Watch is one of those more difficult ones for whatever reason. It takes a little bit more damage for him to die. I'm gonna heal.
So how long did it take you to memorize this whole maze?
It really only took me. I started running this game January 2016, and after like a few like just beginner runs, it really only took me like 2 serious runs, I guess, to stop having to look at a guide. It's not that hard, especially. Okay. Especially like I kind of rerouted it a little bit to make it make a little more sense. But if you just kind of look at the route and do like one run through of it, it makes a lot of sense and it's like pretty easy. Because like there's nothing that's okay. There's nothing that's like I don't know, like that doesn't make sense. I guess everything makes sense with this route. That's how I do Great Maze.
We've got about 3,000 viewers right now.
All right.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, putting your money towards St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Every little bit counts, so we definitely appreciate it.
Thanks for contributing to our dope donation incentives.
Like who could forget the honorable Super Saiyan moment.
I really
Yeah.
want a Naruto run. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we all, like, deep down inside, we really want the Naruto run.
Yeah. And I won't forget the Super Saiyan one because I kill my voice today.
I was like, we're going to commentate a 2.5 hour run. Let's go scream a lot.
Yeah.
Warm up.
I mean, I think that's fair.
Makes sense.
Get those vocal cords nice and warm.
I don't think I was here when y'all did the the Super Saiyan.
Ooh, that was scary.
Oh, hello.
Yikes.
All's well that ends well.
So what this is gonna do right here with where I'm going, it's gonna wrap us back around to where Diddy Kong's room was. Okay. Oh. It's gonna wrap us back around to where the room right before Diddy Kong was. That move will kill me in one hit easily. And then it'll bring us back to the top right quadrant, and then we're going to continue onward down left. I'm not dead.
Okay.
That's fine.
Let's go, Yoshi.
Yeah, I like to have Yoshi as backup just because his movement isn't terrible. He has egg roll. He has down air for like bosses. And I'm not terrible as Yoshi, so.
I
And
feel
it's
like
fine.
he's faster than Meta Knight right there.
That's a funny joke. Did I hit save? I did. And how I'm picking the character so much faster, like how I've been doing that this entire run, is you select the character with either start or A. So if you mash A and start at the same time, it like doubles the speed of collecting characters, picking the character.
It's incredible.
The speed tech.
That looks really fun, but it's a shame not a lot of people know that exists in Brawl.
No, I'm doing this to you, Diddy. Or Dr. Tom. I'm doing this to you. There we go. Okay, so that room is the... So Donkey Kong's room and Ganondorf's room are the two rooms that connect each other to like Taboo's like house, I guess. I don't know how to describe it.
Residence.
It's where Taboo resides. This crib. So I go and fight Donkey Kong before I do Samus, so I don't have to go all the way across and then fight Donkey Kong to go back into the room. So we'll meet back in that room at the end of doing beating everybody in Great Maze.
Okay.
So do you have Ganondorf routed to be last?
Yes. Ganondorf's the last one we're gonna fight.
All right, important question. Are there any meme categories for this game? Like, you know, Luigi only or
So
Mario?
there are, there is, I mean, I wouldn't say the typically meme category. New Game Plus is a category that isn't very popular or like ran that much. It's literally just you beat the game and then you do a run with your file that's already been had the game beaten. Okay, Rob needs to die.
Would that like change though?
Well, you don't have to have to do anything with the cutscenes. You can pick your own characters for like every single stage.
Oh, from like everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's a lot faster. It's like an hour. And you don't have to do any of Great Maze. So you literally just go to Great Maze and fight Taboo, because there's no Great Maze to do because it's New Game Plus.
That sounds pretty good. Why don't people do it? Dang.
Yeah.
World record's like about like an hour 35 or something like that. It's not optimized
It's pretty
at all.
comfy.
Yeah. And then there's like, I mean, there's a category for just doing Great Maze. What? Like just doing the speedrun of Great Maze.
Is it Great Maze percent?
It's an IL.
I mean, I guess it's
Wrong.
more of like an IL, but it's just you start the timer like right before you do Great Maze.
40-minute IL.
The
Sounds alright.
what's my level? It's like 33 minutes, something like that. So I don't really need to enter this door and heal, but I'm going to just in case, because this room can go very south.
All right.
There's a lot of
Hype.
there's a lot of things that can do damage to me. Lots of fire and enemies and things flying all over the place. Spits us back out right back in this room, so we have to go back through this room again, which is also why I healed. So right now I'd say we're about halfway done with Great Maze. Ish. Probably more so around Meta Roof or yeah, Meta Roller. Cart is best character.
Agreed. Card OP, please nerf Treyarch.
Oh.
Nice.
I never want the up B to launch them up because it usually never kills them unless they have a little bit more damage or if they're just a lighter character. Oh, fun.
Worth it.
He had a deck of that. Okay. I didn't even know he was holding an item.
When was that again?
What was that?
Coconut.
Yeah, Deku Nut.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, when it explodes, it just makes everyone dizzy. Unless it launches you.
Oh,
Which
fast
is-
travel.
Yeah.
So card for best character or barrel?
Card. Because barrel is like, I have to move, I have to hit buttons. I don't like that.
Meta Ridley has that attack that like drags the whole ship under the blast zone or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you can like, he doesn't really do that. You have to just do damage to him and he'll stop. Getting Curry in a boss fight is really good.
I remember like, you know, the first time I played this or whatever, like getting hit, like dying to that. I was like, man, it's a jerk.
It's honestly like kind of spooky because, especially if you don't know what to do, it's just dragging you down slowly, shooting fireball, and you're just like, what do I even do? Okay. So these two, like Mario, and then I'm fighting Gallium, which is a boss. They're like very annoying, and I could get a lot of damage on them. That was really good RPG.
Yeah.
Mario could be quite the troll, but that was pretty clean. But there's a lot of movement and a lot of things to put damage onto me, and yeah, I only heal for these two. I heal literally just to get through these two stages, and then I heal again because it's just there's so much stuff that goes wrong. Or that can go wrong. Strolling along. Ah, shoot.
No. Let's go, Yoshi.
Okay. just lay yourself onto a bomb. Help me out. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, Yoshi's down here is really good. Yeah, that's why I don't want to die. I mean, other than like dying is bad, but I have to. I like can't not be Meta Knight. It's so much slower to not be Meta
Completely
Knight.
subjective.
So whenever I have to go and re-pick him, it like just loading's slow. Playing my mind games, Zelda. If you wanted to like read any donations or sponsors or anything, you can do that.
Okie dokie then. I just realized I was about to start one I already seen.
Was it the Olimar one?
No. Alright, I'll take this time to talk about gaming generations. Gaming Generations supplies gaming equipment and creates cool merch for events. Some of their events include EVO, ESL, DreamHack, Pokemon Company, CEO, Genesis, Big House, Super Smash Con, Shine, and Combo Breaker.
Game Gen's hype.
Oh, sorry, Greg.
I was saying Game Gen's hype.
Yeah, Fuse Circuit is the official double circuit for Super Smash Bros. Melee. STR is proud to be a part of this circuit that runs throughout the year at different Smash majors.
Yeah,
I just noticed, by the way, look at the total that we're at now, $11,000.
yeah.
For $11,000?
Yeah, 11,000.
Clap for that, guys.
Yeah, get it.
Wow. Isn't Naruto run 15,000?
Yeah,
That's all I heard.
so 4,000 more for that.
Dang.
Give him an A for effort.
He could have come back, but
Does he
bike.
have a, does he have a bike in that form at all?
Yeah. Like,
Why
I
did
mean,
he use it then?
I mean, oh, he didn't use it, but he could have.
Yeah.
AI recovery in this game is like super simple.
This remix is really good.
Yeah, like, I like that song like a lot, and Luigi's one of the easiest ones to kill. So it's like, oh, nice.
No.
Hey, at least we get another safety save.
Let's get to use Yoshi. Yoshi's cute. Just like Kirby.
Yoshi's
He died.
fast.
I haven't done this with Yoshi before, so let's see what this goes. Whoop. This is the final stretch of Great Maze. We have about it's like 6 characters left.
Hooray.
Because this, so what I just did, going to Rayquaza brings me all the way back to the top left, and then taking that warp brings me back to the quadrant that I was originally at with like Wario and Charizard. And then I have to go back to that quadrant to fight Lucas, which brings me to the last like little area of Great Maze.
This one's also bigger.
I have $5 from The Zone. Yo, RDA, had to donate during my boys' run. We at TC miss you tons and can't wait to see you again.
Glad they got my back. Thanks, guys. Shout out to Treasure Coast, Florida. Oh, okay. And a fun fact about those Cloud guys, their name's Spock. Yeah. Just like
With two
sink that
A's.
in. Yeah. SPAAK. I think it's a solid name. So yeah, fighting Lucario brings us also back up to the top left. And then we just go back down.
Ice climbers.
Play.
Please bring back Ice Climbers. I missed them.
Yeah, seriously.
Come on, John Nintendo, do it.
It's not the same.
It's really not, though. It's like, imagine how cute they could have looked or something, like in Smash 4. So cartoony.
I mean, I know the pain of having my main removed from a subsequent release in the series.
You're right. Who was your main again? Wolf?
Yeah. Snake's gone.
Sad.
Squirtle's gone.
Squirrel, no.
Yeah, he is. Oh, wow. I like
I'm
Joker
sure as well.
I felt
Yeah,
the
but who
pain
cares?
Yeah,
briefly
exactly.
with Lucas, but then they eventually brought it back.
Ike is another really weird character that's like super easy to kill, even though he's a heavy. So it's like, okay. Oops. That's the final stretch. Last like room before
The
taboo.
final stretch.
No, the final stretch is taboo.
Lost. Otherwise, never stood
Oh
a
no.
chance.
Came out swinging.
Thanks, Marth.
All right, my case versus Mewtwo King. Let's go.
You took him.
Rip Mr. R.
That's good.
That's about right.
We.
Yeah, I don't even like. They just were like, you know what? You got through everything, so here, just like go fast. Okay, this is Ganon.
Oh, there we go. LOL Brawl Ganondorf.
Just a grave injustice, really.
Okay, so now we're gonna fight Taboo. So actually, going out of the way to get Charizard loses about like I want to say 15 seconds, but it saves so much time in this Taboo fight because of just all the damage it does to him. It's ridiculous.
Real talk, I've always hated this fight so much.
Same.
I can't do anything with this. So it's like certain moves are better to get than others, obviously, and then sometimes he'll stay in a spot longer than other times. Right now, it's not the best that he's staying up here. That's a really good move to get, but he's not like on the ground, so it's not the best placement. And then whenever the song changes like this, he always does this move. Spot dodge.
I always wonder how I avoid that.
Yeah, Yeah. Definitely died to that many times.
Yep.
Time is when I get the last hit of Taboo. I don't know why I did that.
Also, not having the stage like in the rest of the game. This is a great stage.
Yeah.
Come on, I just want to get him. And time.
What was your world record again?
Well, I'll let the cutscene run. If I wanted to like know what in-game time was, I would skip all this, but I don't think it matters that much. World record that I got off stream is a 212. Recorded is a 215.36. So.
Oh, so you beat it.
Oh, what?
You beat it.
Nice. Yay.
Yay!
Best recorded time.
Hooray!
So before I like get off here, because I know we gotta go fast the speedrun. I want to do a quick shout out to PokeHero49 for getting me into speedrunning this game. Also, Techstrobe for helping me find out these all the fight skips and all that fun stuff that we've really recently added. I think we started adding them in like June or something like that. Shout out to RagingCherry for letting me do this run. This was like a last minute thing. I was not expecting to do it. And I really appreciate it. I've put a lot of work into the game. Despite all the people, it's Brawl, whatever, I really enjoy it. And I hope you guys all enjoyed it. And that's about it.
It's good.
Yeah. Cool.